Coming up next on This Week in Torrance.
Congressional members Maxine Waters and Henry Waxman were in town to address the South Bay. We'll tell you what their focus is on in Washington.
And a new procedure promises to take years off your face without going under the knife. We'll tell you all about it.
Plus, Santa Claus is making his way through Torrance one neighborhood at a time. We'll tell you when you can catch him making his way down your street.
Then, beer lovers, we have a staycation that will give you hops on a tour you won't want to miss. These stories and much more are just seconds away.
Your local news starts right now.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to This Week in Torrance. I'm Chun.
And I'm Ben McCain. Thanks for joining us. Here are your top stories. The Torrance Police Department arrested and charged 3 adults in connection with a deadly assault against a man whose body was found in Torrance recently. 31-year-old Michael Frank Trujillo of Long Beach, Ernie Lee Ramos Jr., and Angelina Marie Garcia, both 33 of Carson, were charged after Torrance investigators were able to connect the three in a deadly attack that killed 43-year-old Jose Frank Johnson of Cerritos. Johnson was found on November 3rd in a parking structure on Pacific Coast Highway and Hawthorne Boulevard after authorities say he was killed in Carson. Charges have been filed with the Los Angeles District Attorney's Office, and all 3 have been arraigned at the Southwest Court in Torrance. Torrance police are asking anyone with additional information to contact the department at 310-618-5570.
Flags were lowered to half staff all across the country on Friday, November 22nd, in honor of one iconic American figure. President Barack Obama ordered all government buildings to lower their flags in memory of the 50th anniversary of John F. Kennedy's assassination. In a recent proclamation, the president said it was to celebrate his enduring imprint on American history. John F. Kennedy was the 35th president of the United States and served 3 years from January 20th, 1961 through November 22nd, 1963. He died at the age of 46.
Due to the new ownership, the city's largest hotel is about to get a facelift. The Chinese hotel investment group, XLD, formed a subsidiary in the U.S. to purchase the 487-room Torrance Marriott. The hotel, which was built in the mid-'80s, is slated to get extensive renovation and many upgrades. The group, who purchased the hotel for $74 million, plans to keep Marriott as the hotel operator. Mayor Frank Scotto says the city is happy to see some of the changes take place.
Our future with this company, I think, is going to be huge because they do have the resources, the money, and the wherewithal to invest in the city of Torrance. And for the people that are watching this, they may say, well, gee, why are you interested in a Chinese company investing in the city of Torrance? Well, you know what? It creates a tremendous amount of jobs. And if they do what they're going to do here at the Marriott, the job market here at the Marriott is going to increase significantly.
Many overseas investors see U.S. hotel property as a safe alternative over fleeting exchange markets, and as the economy strengthens, city officials say vacationers will use Torrance as a hub of
We've always said Torrance is midway to everywhere. If you want to go to Disneyland, Universal Studios, or LAX, or any of those kinds of things, it's a great place to stay because you're close to the beach, you're close to Trump Golf Course, you're close to just a number of things, and so it's a great place.
The XLD Group, who owns mixed-use projects in China, plans to secure more property in the U.S. in coming months.
If you currently like to have your coffee and newspaper in hand every morning, you are one step closer to getting an all-access pass to your digital news as well. The Daily Breeze is just one of the many publications moving to a subscription-based website. Current newspaper subscribers will get unlimited access to all online applications and electronic editions of the newspaper. According to Pew Research Center's Project for Excellence in Journalism, newspaper print revenue has steadily declined since 2005, while unique website visitors grew by 7.4% from December 2010 to 2011. Pages viewed and average minutes were down. They say perhaps due to the introduction of online paywalls. The newspaper is hoping to pique subscription interest by offering a newly designed website that gives real-time updates, photos, videos, blogs, and more. If you don't get the newspaper at your doorstep, don't fret. You can still gain access to the latest online information by logging online dailybreeze.com and activating your new subscription by clicking on the link that says Tools and then again on Subscribe. And good news for Torrance library card holders, you have free access through the library portal.
If you're a beer drinker, this story will be of interest to you. The craft beer scene in Torrance is gaining more beer aficionados from all over, and now the Tourism Bureau aims to grow that crowd too. The Discover Torrance Visitors Bureau has launched its first promotional campaign aimed at craft beer lovers, much like wine drinkers take to Napa Valley. The Visitors Bureau is marketing Torrance and the holiday celebration with a new campaign called Shops, Hops, and Slumberfest, where you can win a $1,000 shopping spree, enjoy the craft beer scene, and drift off to sugar plums under your pillow at one of the many hotels in Torrance. The Tourism Bureau is promoting staycations alongside visitor tours of brewing locations like the Strand Brewing Company, Red Car Brewery and Restaurant, the Dudes Brewing, Smog City, and Monkish Brewing Company. To see more details, go to shopshopslumber.com. Public and private beer tours are given 7 days a week and last 4 to 5 hours. You can get $20 off when you use the promo code Torrance Hops and book a tour at labeerhop.com.
The College for Applied Competitive Technologies, also known as CACT at El Camino, has secured a grant for almost $1.3 million for manufacturing workforce training. The funds were recently approved by the State of California Employment Training Panel. They will provide customized training, workshops, and technical assistance to employers. The goal is to fill existing skill gaps in the manufacturing industry by providing funds to offset costs of necessary training. Now, more than 1,000 workers statewide will receive training from multiple employers, including areas of high unemployment. The CACT is one of 6 technology centers that offers college-approved curriculum and workforce training and will be customized for both small and large employers. To learn about the qualification requirements, visit etp.ca.gov or call 916-327-5368. And for more information, visit cact.org.
Well, if you look forward to watching the yearly Rose Float Parade, you can also look forward to seeing a professional soccer player and acclaimed television broadcaster on the Torrance Float. Former soccer star Cobi Jones will be riding the Torrance Float titled Everyone Plays for the 100th year milestone of Torrance's first entry into the Rose Float Parade. This year, Torrance is partnered with the American Youth Soccer Organization, where Jones gained a love of the sport. The float will feature fluttering butterflies, a soccer ball that spins while being kicked, and a wide-winged eagle goalie. The float decoration was chosen because of Torrance's vast parks and recreation program. If you would like to volunteer as a decorator, you still have time. Visit TorranceRosefloat.com.
The City of Torrance has put their John Hancock in an effort to declare a partnership promoting small businesses. As a 2013 Small Business Saturday partner, the city will recognize the Saturday after Thanksgiving as the Buy Local support date. On November 30th, Mayor Frank Scotto and council members are encouraging the community to support small businesses. According to the United States Small Business Administration, the nation has 28 million small businesses. The private sector of small businesses account for more than half of all employees and generate half of the private gross domestic product. To get a list of the 2013 supporting partners and additional information, visit shopsmall.com.
If you have a pain in your neck, and no, we're not talking about your annoying coworkers or any pain issues for that matter, Torrance just got some real pain relief. The South Bay Pain Docs opened their doors recently and were greeted by the City Council with a ribbon cutting. The Torrance facility treats all types of chronic pain, including neck, joint, back, and other pain. Dr. Waxman, who also has a clinic in San Pedro, used various methods to treat issues. To learn more about the clinic, go to southbaypaindocs.com or call 310-997-1796.
The City Council bid farewell to Council Member Cliff Newmark, who was voted on as a trustee board member at El Camino College during the November 5th elections. Newmark, a South Bay native, was originally appointed to the Torrance City Council in 2008, then elected in 2010. He is the CEO of the American Red Cross, and in 2011 he was named Environmental Champion by the LA League of Conservation Voters and worked on many significant projects here in Torrance, including supporting the development and outreach to Simon Properties, the owners of Del Amo Fashion Center. He also advocated for the first private and public workforce housing development in 10 years.
This is my final meeting on the Torrance Council. I feel extremely fortunate, privileged, and humbled to have had the opportunity to serve here.
Newmark officially resigned from his position on November 26th.
Still ahead, congressional members Maxine and Henry Waxman were here to address the South Bay community.
Plus, if you're thinking of going under the knife for a new look, you may not have to. We'll learn about an innovative technique giving you a younger look.
Where do you think you're going?
Is your body holding you back?
I want to go running. Not with that knee, you're not. I'm fine. Negative.
Your bones and joints can say no at any age.
With that shoulder, you're gonna pick up that truck. Really?
Keeping you from working, playing, or just plain moving.
Let's not pick her up. What do you say?
Yet a lot of people who live with pain fight back.
Use your head. Save your back. My bride, my rules.
And regain their lives.
You gotta be kidding me.
Whoa. I'm going running. I'm going running.
Got to see this. Come on, pick it up.
Fight for your mobility. Find your own inspiration at anationinmotion.org. A message from the American Academy of Orthopedic Surgeons.
Come on. I'll take it from here.
The Torrance Chamber of Commerce hosted hundreds for the State of the Region address and welcomed 2 members of Congress to give us an update on the South Bay. Reporter Faith Lee has more.
It was a postponed luncheon many looked forward to. Area Congress leaders Maxine and Henry Waxman spoke to business leaders at the much-anticipated State of the Region address and talked about many key topics, starting with jobs and the economy.
Los Angeles County's unemployment rate for October was 9.7%. While that's still high, we continue to see some improvement, which is good news.
Fortunately for Torrance, the unemployment rate is one of the lowest in the state. And Mayor Frank Scotto said attracting both big and small businesses to our city is essential to keeping unemployment numbers below average.
Torrance is very fortunate. We're less than 5% of unemployment, and so we're kind of unique. But even with that, we still need to nurture more jobs and help businesses create jobs in our community.
Many big corporations in Torrance, such as Toyota and Honda, account for a large percentage of employment in Torrance and in the state of California.
Honda's employment in California's 43rd represents 76% of the employment in all of California.
Another key topic of discussion was the government shutdown. Waxman said the closure cost the economy $24 billion and there are a few more challenges before it is over. Waxman says time is of the essence for a fiscal deadline, as December 13th is the last day for Congress to come up with a budget deal.
We have got to figure out a budget. We didn't pass a budget. The House passed a budget, the Senate passed a budget, but we never got a single budget.
Waxman says it's important for our government to set a lower spending budget, and both sides need to compromise.
Both sides have to give and take. But there are people in Washington who think compromise is a dirty word.
The Obamacare was one of the most difficult issues to find a compromise, and as a health care reform supporter, Waxman said the new act requires further adjustments.
My view is, when you pass something of this major change, you've got to follow it up. You've got to make changes. You've got to learn from the experience. But we have voted over 46 times in the House of Representatives just to repeal it.
And while the government is still in for a rough ride, both Congress members pledge to fight harder for the South Bay region. For This Week in Torrance, I'm Faith Lee.
Thank you, Faith. If you would like to watch the entire address, go to our YouTube page, youtube.com/Torrance CitiCABLE, and search for the State of the Region 2013.
Getting a facelift without going under sounds too good to be true. Well, we spoke with a local nurse who's patented a unique cosmetic technique that promises to do just that. Reporter Haley Skeen has more.
Working in the field of cosmetic surgery can be rewarding.
It's about strategically making a patient more beautiful in any way that we can do that.
But Leslie Fletcher noticed many patients worry that injections like Botox and Restylane made them look unnatural.
They were not satisfied with the current technology or trends that we were using with some of the fillers, and they were happy, but not exactly what they wanted. They wanted more of a lift.
4 years ago, Fletcher was struck with inspiration to use injections like Juvederm, Restylane, and Voluma to lift up sagging skin rather than just fill in the creases. She practiced on herself and found it to be a success.
If we can put it here in this hollow, up in the cheek hollow, or back in front of the ear, so depending on where it would look best on the patient. It's very artistic. It's not something that you can read out of a book.
And despite the noticeable results, injections are safer than surgery.
Given by a person who is knowledgeable in the treatment techniques, who has been trained properly in the treatment techniques, and utilizes the Botox as well as the derm fillers in the way that they're supposed to be giving, yes, they're absolutely safe.
Fletcher was granted the first ever patent for her method, Arcderma Artistic Restoration Lift. And although she's a nurse, she teaches and licenses doctors on the technique.
And how happy my patients were, I wanted other clinicians to be able to share that with their patients as well.
Teaching the technique helps her to achieve her end goal, improving the natural beauty and self-esteem of as many people as possible. For This Week in Torrance, I'm Haley Skeen.
Thanks, Haley. The Injectability Clinic is located in downtown Torrance. For more information, visit arquiderma.com.
Every year there's a Christmas tree in the main lobby of the West Annex at Torrance City Hall. But it is not your typical Christmas tree. It's a festive tree filled with non-perishable food items donated by Torrance residents. Collected items are taken by the Salvation Army, and the boxes of canned food are delivered to families in need for the holidays. Every month, the Salvation Army feeds about 1,000 to 1,200 families in the South Bay with these donations. Coordinator Ron Baker said he enjoys giving warmth to people in need during the holiday season.
It makes me feel more like Christmas, and I'm giving something back to the people in the community.
If you would like to donate some food items, contact the Torrance Salvation Army at 310-370-4515. Torrance police are asking for your help to identify a suspect who is responsible for a home invasion that occurred on November 8th at approximately 10:30 p.m. in the 200 block of Via Buenaventura. The suspect knocked on the sliding glass door of the victim's home and forced his way inside after the resident opened the door. The suspect, who was not carrying a weapon, is described as a black male, approximately 5'10" and weighs 160 pounds. He was wearing a dark hooded shirt with a skeletal or skull insignia on the front. Torrance police are currently investigating the incident and are asking for anyone with additional information to contact the police department at 310-618-5598. Coming up after the break, there are a lot of great events happening over the holiday, and we want to tell you all about them.
Every day, thousands of people suffer from sudden cardiac arrest. Would you know how to help? Or would they be all alone? Learn what to do at heartrescuenow.com.
They fought for social change. They fought against tyrants. They fought for human rights. Yet behind these achievements are individuals who waged a more personal war. They fought the struggle against mental illness, and they won.
Welcome back, everybody. We've got a lot of great events coming up. Here's a look at what's on the calendar. The Madrona Marsh will be having many upcoming events during the holiday season, including an astronomy star party on Saturday, December 7th from 7:30 to 9:30 p.m. All ages are welcome, and it will be located at 3201 Plaza del Amo. Call them at 310-782-3989 for more information. The Marsh will also be having an exhibit that will feature photography by PV High School photography class. The exhibit will be on display from November 26th to January 3rd. The artist reception will take place on Friday, December 13th from 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. You can always check for more events and information at friendsofmadronamarsh.com.
Well, a special float designed just for Torrance residents is making its way into neighborhoods over the next few weeks. Thanks to the Torrance Police Officers Association, Santa will ride on top of a float escorted by police cruisers. There will be sirens, music, and flashing lights announcing Santa's arrival. Along residential streets, Santa and his helpers will stop and hand out candy canes to children. Now, for safety reasons, Santa will not stop on major roads. Most nights, St. Nick will start his route at 5 p.m. except on Sunday, December 1st and 8th, and the 22nd, when he will start at 4 p.m. Now, here's a look at Santa's schedule for the next week. Next week, we'll have the float schedule for December 8th through the 15th.
And for those of you who have the holiday shopping bug but want to beat traffic by pedaling on foot, you can also take Torrance City Transit for free. The bus will offer free rides on Black Friday, then on Saturdays and Sundays beginning November 29th through Sunday, December 22nd, to various locations around the Hawthorne Boulevard corridor. The service will operate from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. and buses will be decorated in a holiday theme. The city is giving shoppers this special opportunity to say thank you to customers and help with economic development. Here's a peek at the locations you can catch the free bus service.
It's that time of year when decorations go up and our streets are adorned, and a beautiful holiday light display goes up just off Doris Way. While you can walk to streets to see this spectacular event, we'd like to remind you that there is a street closure at Avenue H and Doris Way in South Torrance over the duration of the event from Friday, November 29th through Thursday, January 2nd. The street will be closed off to traffic from 5 to 10 p.m. daily.
Now let's go out to the sports desk with Juan Hernandez for a sneak preview of what's to come.
Juan, what do you have for us?
Hi, Jen. Thanks for checking in. Now, you know me, and you know I love my Friday evenings right here under the lights, especially here at West High during the playoffs. The good and the bad, though, just means we got to soak it all up because you never know when's going to be our last chance to watch the fall football game on a Friday evening. So, guess what? You got to check us out on the sports desk every day at 4 p.m. and 9:30 if you want to see who lives to play another day. We'll see you there.
Thanks, Juan. And you don't want to forget to check us out on Facebook and be sure to like our page to get the latest update on what's going on in Torrance.
And for the month of November, we are featuring a fun contest asking you to post one of your most memorable Thanksgiving moments with your favorite photo.
So be sure to take lots of great pictures this Thanksgiving and share them with us on our Facebook page. Well, that's it for us on This Week in Torrance. I'm Chun. If you've missed any portion of our show, you can catch us again at 11 a.m. and 6 p.m.
And I'm McCain. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.